Alright, since these cats have received a lot of attention lately, I figured it might be about time to do this one. As always, we will be using the septenary gematria cipher for the English alphabet for this video, and as a reminder, all the math presented here can be 100% verified yourself. So we are not going to spend a lot of time and go in depth into the long, sordid, and corrupt history of the CIA because, well, let's face it, most people just don't have the patience or attention span to sit through what would end up being a 12-part, 48-hour-long miniseries that would just barely scratch the surface of the criminal aspects of this government sector. I mean, we could discuss the Bay of Pigs invasion, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the fall of the USSR, 9/11, no WMDs in Iraq, the Arab Spring. Let's just face it, when the CIA blunders, or is successful in their corrupt endeavors, depending on how you look at it, let's just say when the CIA screws up, we all suffer. Anyone that knows even a little history probably knows that the biggest threat to national security is quite often a threat derived from within the government itself. According to the CIA's own website, the United States has carried out intelligence activities since the day of George Washington, but only since World War II have they been coordinated on a government-wide basis. It was President Truman who recognized the need for a post-war, centralized intelligence organization. Truman signed the National Security Act of 1947, establishing the CIA. The National Security Act charged the CIA with coordinating the nation's intelligence activities and correlating, evaluating, and disseminating intelligence affecting national security. Now, Harry S. Truman was a well-known Freemason. In fact, according to FreemasonInformation.com, Harry Truman was Grand Master of Missouri, an enthusiastic Masonic ritualist, and Master of Lodges while an active politician. Now, let's not forget that Harry T. is also the guy history remembers as dropping 2 atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Harry also said that the greatest honor that has ever come to me and that can ever come to me in my life is to be Grand Master of Masons in Missouri. Now, if you would like to know more about my opinion of the Freemasons and what I feel has happened to this organization over time, please check out the video I just did on the mathematics of Genesis 1:3, as well as the subsequent videos Genesis 1:1 and 1:2, where I deconstruct the mathematics of the first few verses of the Holy Bible. You can also check out a recent interview I did with Richard Cassaro discussing this very controversial organization. Alright, let's dive into it and take a quick gander at the Central Intelligence Agency. The CIA is an alphabetical agency, and there are 26 letters of the English alphabet. The letters CIA give us the letters reading left to right 3, 5, 1. So C is 3, I is 5, and A is 1. We can read this as 351. Well, when we add 1 through 26, so 1 plus 2 plus 3, etc., to 26, with 26 once again being the number of letters in the English alphabet, we see 1 through 26 sums to 351, or CIA. Now, the reverse of 351 is 153. Now, I don't really have time to delve into this number because I'm trying to keep this video terse and to the point, but there's about a gazillion and 8 things about the number 153 that have an enormous significance. The Tetragrammaton, for instance, or what is known as the Holy Name of God, is supposedly mentioned 153 times in the Bible. Adding 1 through 17 sums to 153. 153 is also mentioned in the book of John with Jesus and his miraculous catch of 153 fish. The Vesca Piscis, or 2 circles that overlap on each other's center, is a sacred geometrical symbol that is actually considered the womb of all creation, and Jesus is often seen nestled in the center of it. Well, the center of this womb actually encodes the number 153, as well as the square root of 3 in its intrinsic architecture. Using English gematria, the number of days given to the solar year, or 365.24, sums to 153. The number of feet in the English mile, or 5,280 feet, sums to 153. The 6 main trigonometric functions, with those being sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant, also sum to 153 using English gematria. 1 cubed plus 5 cubed plus 3 cubed sums to 153. Let's just say that 153 videos at a length of 1 minute 53 seconds each could not even begin to cover the number of ways that 153 is important. So on the main logo for the CIA, we have 2 phrases. The top reads Central Intelligence Agency, and the bottom reads United States of America. The gematria value of the Central Intelligence Agency equals 91. Now, 91 is the sum of the numbers 1 through 13. So if we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 together, we equal 91. And if you notice, our alphabet, we actually split our alphabet in 2 blocks of 13 letters each. So 26 letters, A through M being 13 letters, and N through Z being 13 letters. So once again, showing the importance of the number 13 and its relationship to 91. So once again, adding 1 through 13 sums to 91. We find this phenomenon in the common deck of cards, with the deck of cards being an insanely mystical and incredibly esoteric treasure trove of wisdom, which most people have no clue about. One of the things the deck of cards encodes is actually a calendar. So if we assign the ace card 1, and then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then assign the jack a number 11, the queen the number 12, and then the king the number 13, we find that each suit actually sums to 91. Once again, 1 through 13 equals 91. Well, with 4 suits, we can put these numbers into quadrants. So we have 91 times 4 sums to 364, with the joker being the 365th day, and often the second joker included in some decks being representative of the leap year. So 91 is quite significant for this reason. So the symbol with the cross and the circle in it is actually a symbol often used to denote Earth. The gematria equivalent of United States of America sums to 89, and this number leads right back to the quadrant or holy cross used to delineate our year. The symbol of the circle and the cross is a symbol used to denote Earth, and it makes sense why. These 4 points create 4 cardinal directions, being north, east, west, and south, and lo and behold, the news of the world, or the gematria values of these 4 words, sum to 89, which is the same as the good old US of A. So just to review, we have the CIA equaling 91, and then on the logo we have United States of America, and this equals 89. So when we add the gematria equivalents of the values of the CIA, or Central Intelligence Agency, equaling 91, to the 89 gematria equivalent of United States of America, we find these gematria values add up to the number 180. Now, 180 is an extremely important number for several very distinct reasons. Number one, if you've watched my channel before, and if you haven't, well, what the hell's wrong with you? Get your shit together. If you watched my channel before, you would know that I deal with the ratio of pi quite a bit. In fact, the cipher we are using today is based off the number 7, and the word 7 itself encodes a common approximation or abbreviation of pi, with that being 3.142. 7 equals 22, and 22 divided by 7 is 3.142. The geometry of pi is actually based off the number 180, as the diameter cutting through the circumference to find pi creates 2 symmetrical 180-degree semicircles, or 180-degree halves, 180 on the left and its mirror, 180 on the right. 180 degrees is also the general arc that the sun and moon make over our heads every single day and every night. Your head roughly turns 180 degrees as well. And even your hand naturally forms a triangle. With every triangle, no matter if it's obtuse, acute, right, isosceles, equilateral, all triangles sum to 180 degrees, and hence why we find the number 180 encoded within the CIA's main logo. Not only is your hand able to form a triangle, but your hand actually encodes the number 180 as well within English gematria, counting the digits of your 2 thumbs and 8 fingers. So we have 10 digits on our 2 hands, of course 5 on our right and 5 on our left. And when we put the gematria values to these 10 words, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we can actually uncover the number 180. And please pause and double check all this yourself. You wouldn't want to be a silly person and just go ahead and believe me. That would be akin to putting your blind faith and trust in like the CIA or something. It's not a good idea. It's not a smart thing to do, really. So we can see we have the words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and what we're going to do is just put the gematria value to these 10 words. So if we add all these numbers up, we can find the number 180. So our hands sum to 180. So not only do the gematria values of the words 1 through 10 sum to 180, we can also form that triangle with our hands to find the 180 degrees. But what's more is that if you count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they sum to 89. And if you add the gematria values of the words 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, they sum to 91. With these numbers, 89 and 91, once again found on the logo of the Central Intelligence Agency, with Central Intelligence Agency equaling 91 and United States of America equaling 89. So what's the number between 89 and 91? Well, it's 90, with 90 degrees being the number given to the right angle, or right triangle, or square used within the Freemasonic square and compasses. And just in case you're wondering, once again, where I got all this information, well, this cipher that we're using to decode all of this stuff is encoded within the Freemasonic square and compasses. Now, before you go running, screaming devil, bloody devil about the Freemasons and their organization, I'd highly recommend you check out the videos and podcast I spoke about earlier. So just your friendly neighborhood light worker here, Marty Leeds, with yet another public service announcement reminding everyone that yes, yes indeed, your world is run by occultists. Thanks for watching, everyone, and if you like what you're watching, subscribe there below and check out my books and videos and music and podcasts and interviews. And if you're feeling saucy and sassy, well, hey, why not contribute to my Patreon and help me out a little bit? All right, until next time, many blessings and much love to all.